Doral City Manager Joe Carollo making headlines once again.
Quien no solo dice que Carollo lo atacó, sino que además le hizo comentarios racistas.
Este incidente entre Tobar y Carollo,
pues según dice, fue agredido por el administrador Joe Carollo.
This time for discriminatory comments made towards a Venezuelan developer constructing a high-end community in Doral.
You know, Mr. Tobar, this is not Venezuela.
It all unfolded at a zoning meeting after the councilwomen approved a project that would add 5 acres of land to an already approved 12 acres. Carollo, who was not present at any of the prior meetings, suddenly appears, to the surprise of most, even some councilwomen.
Nice of you to join us.
I usually don't like to do zoning.
Carollo had this to say to the Venezuelan businessman.
Day one, brought in the staff that would be looking at this. I told them that this particular project, they had to scrutinize it. Not just like they do every other project, but even more so because of the circumstances. I will say publicly to you that the tactics that I've seen from you after you took over this whole project, I don't like. I think they leave a lot to desire. It's your choice how to proceed, but I just want you to know that this manager doesn't get intimidated by anyone. If I'm not here tomorrow, that's fine. I have no problems with it. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to do things the American way, the right way.
Then this happened. Behind closed doors, Carollo called the developer a chavista, a Venezuelan piece of and an enchufado, someone who's plugged into the Venezuelan government. You can even see Doral police trying to get in between Carollo and where the developer is standing. The developer asked Carollo to make his racist comments publicly. Carollo did not, but had this to say.
You know, Mr. Tobar, this is not Venezuela, that you could do whatever you please here. This is the United States of America, and I don't care how much money you could bring in here from whichever place you bring it in. This is not going to intimidate me. And I hope you know this by now. Obviously you don't. So,
Mr. Mayor,
if he wants to talk about anything in public, Mr. Mayor, I have no problem.
we do.
The man, said to be one of the top 20 corrupt and crazy public servants, continued his rant in the papers and on the airwaves.
¿Quiénes son los únicos que pueden tener los dólares para construir allá, para que le manden el concreto, el cemento, el hierro, las ventanas, las puertas, para cualquier construcción de ese tamaño? Los enchufados. ¿Cómo es que este enchufado va a acusarme a mí de hablar más de venezolanos? ¿De dónde va a venir el dinero para construir este proyecto?
There is no debt on the land. It has been paid in full. The money being used for construction comes from the deposit of the buyers, just like all the other projects. In the next 2 years, the city of Doral will see more than 5,000 homes and apartments constructed. This project is only constructing 67 homes. The project has a lower density than any other project in Doral and the lowest traffic density in the history of any Doral community. Carollo is making accusations without any proof, his own wife taking to Facebook, making publicly written attacks. This is not the first time Carollo makes headlines. In 1983, he made news after accusing, at the time, 5-term Miami Mayor Maurice Ferrer of running a racist campaign of hate. Carollo criticized Ferrer's plans to bring out-of-state black mayors to Miami to campaign for him, calling them, quote, outsiders. And then in 2000, after the Elian Gonzalez case, as Miami mayor, he fired the city manager in part for refusing to dismiss the police chief who had allowed officers to accompany federal agents during the raid. Carollo accused the police chief of disloyalty for not informing him in advance. The two non-Cuban American officials had a combined 54 years of public service. Carollo chooses 2 new officials, both Cuban American, cutting his ties to the Anglo-influenced peddlers. And in 2001, Carollo made headlines once again after being arrested and charged with battery after police say he threw an object at his wife's head. Does the Doral city manager look down upon other races and cultures? Is Joe Carollo trying to dominate his own type of regime?